Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a profound pleasure to be here with you to launch yet another innovative initiative that will ensure that our students coming out of our primary and high schools will be truly global citizens. We continue to innovate, we continue to interrogate our curriculum to ensure that our children who comes out of our primary schools or high schools understand about developments in the international front. You would have noted us thoroughly examining in our curriculum the 17 SDGs, and in particular SDG 4, youth education. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing gives me greater delight than to see the Minister's initiative to reach out to our children, and today's initiation of the National Green Olympiad 2017 competition is certainly quite inspiring. Ladies and gentlemen, National Green Olympiad 2017 competition tests students' environmental knowledge, whereby the students get to answer 20 multiple choice questions in the time frame of 80 minutes. I would at this juncture I'd like to reflect upon some key attributes of this test, more so looking at the rounded approach. This test will examine some key topics such as climate change, pollution, renewable energy, food security, biodiversity, conservation, disaster risk reduction, sustainability, amongst others. These are all contemporary issues which are affecting global conditions and therefore also affecting local conditions here in Pacific and Fiji. Consequently, these topics also steer deep areas of discussion in our own beloved nation. Therefore, this gives all students the chance to enhance their scope of learning on issues of national and global importance. Students will be required to attempt competition via digital mode. The school will provide for the internet services, and students will be supported too to do the questions online. As such, together with this test, the students learn some key processes of online tests as well. Digitization is a vital arm of education, and this online assessment will certainly boost students' skill sets. The test will also be conducted at 2 levels, as such giving the opportunity for students right from year 5 to year 8 to take part. That is 69,936 students, year 5 to 8. A larger set of students' participation will mean a larger spread of knowledge and information. So very exciting times for our primary school students, and some of these things never happened in our time. And whenever I look at our curriculum, whenever I see our little children examining some of these issues, in science in particular, and I get so excited that what are we now producing, the kind of quality product out of our primary and high school systems. The competition is targeting primary school children, which is a plus point, given that our new curriculum is also manifested with teaching these concepts from the primary school level. So we're targeting the primary school students because these students are learning sponges, they're very receptive, and we want to set up the base for science education. You would have noted some time back, about 6 weeks ago, we came in public demonstrating the low uptake of science education, or science pathway in our high school system, and attributed it to a number of factors. And to tackle this issue of low science uptake and therefore science graduates, we launched a major national level competition on science and technology, as well as at the same breath, the same place, we recognize the top achievers in year 12 and 13 for science and technology for year 12 and 13. So we are looking at this to deliver 2 outcomes. One is interest in science, and therefore leading to more students opting for science option in high school. And secondly is to inculcate an understanding of science, and in this case renewable sources of energy in particular. Like other competitions, this test will also trigger excitement and eagerness in children, thus creating a competitive yet learning atmosphere. We strongly believe, despite the arguments of minorities, that competition among children is good, and therefore competitions not only allow us to push the benchmark further, but it will also allow students to compete and get them to think outside the box and critically examine and interrogate the existing body of knowledge. So this will allow us to develop critical thinkers rather than churning out template-driven graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, as alluded to earlier on, the Sustainable Development Goals under the 2030 agenda is woven around 17 goals, which seeks to guide nations towards peace and prosperity. All these goals are linked evidently to sustainable development at all levels, and most importantly to environment and to green development. The SDG goals are calling to an end to poverty and assurance to peace. It also advocates extensively towards protecting the planet. The 17 goals are also interconnected. Often the key accomplishment of one will involve confronting issues more commonly connected to another. But the cross-cutting goal is the goal 4, which is education. So our ministry is strategically placed where we set the platform. We set the platform for achievement of the other goals. So we have got a cross-cutting objective in terms of setting the agenda through education for achievement of all the other 16 goals. So Goal 4 ensures that all girls and boys complete free, equitable and quality primary, secondary education by 2030. It also aims to provide equal access to affordable vocational training, to eradicate gender and wealth inequalities and attain worldwide access to quality higher education. Now, once this goal is achieved, it will support the attainment of all other goals, such as no poverty, good health, well-being, clean water, sanitation, climate action, and so on and so forth. So it's alluded to earlier on. It is very important that while delivering Goal 4, we deliver quality education. It's not about the discourse now. It's not about just delivering education. Discourse is about also we deliver a product which is second to none. We don't want our graduates to enter to attempt to enter into markets in educational markets in developed countries and be told that your product is not recognized and therefore you need to do some bridging courses, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, this you probably will have a question in mind about the timing of this. With the timing is to support our Honorable Prime Minister, who is the chair of the Conference of the Parties COP23 with the UN Convention on Climate Change. We want Fijian students to have fair understanding of climate change and all the big cross-cutting dimensions of climate change. And therefore, when our Honorable Prime Minister takes the discourse at the international level, he can confidently say that population back home, right from our children to the adults, do understand about the various dimensions and factors that contribute to climate change and how it could be mitigated at the national level, and why it's important that this also is addressed from the international level, as climate change is an issue which has a global dimension. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that the 23rd conference, COP23, the 23rd conference of the parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change will be chaired, by our Honorable Prime Minister, will present yet another unique opportunity for small island states to make global impact. So much information on climate change and environment has been made available to people nowadays. None better defined than the new curriculum we have implemented in schools. The various subjects have all either directly or indirectly inculcated major segments of environmental knowledge which students learn. Therefore, this competition will add to this learning, further giving the platform for students to test their understanding. This is not a totally new product. It has been developed by a well-renowned energy institute called TERI in India, and we had a meeting about a month and a half ago with the experts from TERI Institute, and we're taking lead from them with their assistance. We have developed this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to following a short video presentation to launch this competition to our children in our primary school system. Thank you very much.